Amanda with amandascorner.com. Today I am on my Pilates half Cadillac and I'm going to show you a way to strengthen through your hip flexor muscles and down the quadriceps. And we're going to do what's called a pseudo-closed chain type of strengthening. It's challenging. So I like to give this to most people. Okay, what I have are my springs, my leg springs sprung down low. So my hook is pretty low. It's like, I don't know if you can see it in the camera shot, but it's maybe like the height of my shoulder right now or a little bit higher. And that's as low as I can do on my machine. I know some have different ways of adapting it. So that's about where mine is set up. And I have my loop attached. So what I'm going to do is lay down on my back in a hook line position with the knees bent and the feet flat into the mat. And the further you scoot back, so the further your head is down to the end of the table, the more resistance you'll get. So if I have somebody who's really strong or perhaps really tall and they just have a very long body, then I might even scoot them all the way back. And where I have like a little bit of an overhang beyond the cushion, I might put a little pillow there and have their head there. So I don't have to do that, but for some of my clients, I do need to do that. So that's how you can adjust it. Okay, so you lay down on your back. You can find your neutral to begin with, and then either you'll put this strap on your foot or on your client's foot, so you're going to have it wrapped around. That foot will be flexed. So I've got my neutral, arms will come along by my sides, and as I exhale, it's a small movement. I'm just going to bring the knee straight in parallel towards the chest until I feel that engagement through the front of the hip, and then I'm going to release it just a few inches. I'm just going to release a little bit here. So I exhale to squeeze straight back in. If you come far enough, you might lose your neutral. Your anatomy may go ahead and flatten the back, and that's okay. Just keep the tummy tight. So I can maintain my neutral and still get a nice contraction through the hip flexors, through the iliopsoas. So as I do this, it doesn't really matter if this other leg is bent or straight. It's more for comfort. What you want to try to refrain from doing is death gripping with that other side. So some people will be pushing so hard they're going to have their glute engaged. They might even be almost lifting up into a little bit of like a mini bridge. And you don't want that. You want to try to keep this side relaxed, tummy tight. You're going to exhale and pull in. So I aim for a set of 8 to 10 on one side. Usually that leg needs a break. Then I move to the other side. Okay. Then I come back to the first side. So for my quadricep strengthening here, what we'll do is maintain. So I have a little bit of tension here. I'm going to try to maintain my knee right over my hip so that this thigh bone, the femur bone, is going straight up and down. It's not supposed to move. So that's very challenging because I have quite a pull right now. I've got quite a bit of resistance, and I'm going to let all the muscles surrounding the thigh co-contract to keep it still. On my exhalation, I'm going to begin to straighten my leg and take the foot up towards the ceiling. It doesn't matter if it goes straight. It likely won't if you're far enough away from the spring. That's okay. So you exhale to press up, try to keep the thigh really still, and inhale down. This is so much work for the thigh. It's such a good quad burner. You're going to exhale and press up, and then inhale to come down. So just like I did with the first step, pulling the knee straight back and in, you want to try to stay relaxed on this other side. As I press up, the other side is going to want to press down and help me, and I'm not going to let it. I'm going to keep it soft. So I'm just going to do one more. Exhale, press up, and inhale to release, and then relax and ease out of it. Again, usually one set of up to 10 repetitions of each of those on each side is enough. People are done and ready to move on to something else after that. So it's, I think maybe a little bit less traditional Pilates, but it's a fabulous way to strengthen through there. And even people that are really strong with closed chain activities like squats or some of the footwork done through the reformer or on the chair, people that are really, really strong through the legs with that, they struggle with this. It's a different way of strengthening, and I think that it's difficult to describe until you experience it. I always like to get in there and just feel the exercises for myself. That's really the best way to educate yourself, is to get in there and feel what it feels like in your body and compare it to other ways of strengthening. So I like that. It's a pseudo-open chain or pseudo-closed chain. It's really the same thing because it's kind of halfway between the two. And you draw on a lot of stabilizing muscles, and it's a good workout. All right. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye.